Let me tell you a story. It is about a mother and a little boy who lived alone in a cabin in the dark woods. There was a monster in the woods, but the mother caught it and kept it locked in the basement. The monster always made scary noises at night, but the mother would tell the boy not to worry because it could never get out. Then she would sing the boy a lullaby to sleep. One day, the monster stopped growling and instead listened and learned the lullaby. The next day, when the mother went out to find food, the monster sang the lullaby from the basement. The little boy heard the lullaby and opened the door. This is the story of Ruin. Gregory is the mother, Cassie, the little boy, the forest, the Pizzaplex, the basement, under FNAF 6, and the monster, the Mimic. Let me tell you another story. This is about a child named Gregory, a child who got locked in the Pizzaplex overnight. Gregory breached the security, going further and further into the depths, but when he was almost there, almost about to fall into the trap, he turned back. He makes all the right moves. He stays in the mall not to explore, but to set things right. He saves the princess, and in doing so, traps the Mimic down underground. The Pizzaplex crumbles as Gregory, Freddy, and Vanessa barely escape. The three Afton children safe at last. This is the story of Security Breach. The animatronics were not evil. Nothing was. The only threat was Gregory himself. But there is something else going on at this location. A spiritual battle between two rivals, Charlie and Elizabeth, both trying to take control of the Pizzaplex, both trying to make their respective father proud. Charlie is there to protect, while Elizabeth is there to corrupt. Okay, hopefully that set the stage for what we're going to talk about today, FNAF Ruin. Let's start off with the things that I predicted. Gregory was a bad guy, or at least wasn't who he seemed. And I was correct. It wasn't Gregory, it was the Mimic luring Cassie there to try and free them. Next, the Afton ending is not canon. In Ruin, you collect comic strips. Each of these comic strips are drawn by Gregory and depict one of the game's endings. Each strip that you find eliminates an ending from being canon. The Afton ending is one of the comic strips. The true ending of FNAF Security Breach is the Princess Quest ending, the good ending. There is evidence of this from the sword sticking out of the Princess Quest 3 arcade in the Vanny hideout. Also the fact that Vanny, Gregory, and Glamrock Freddy are no longer in the Pizzaplex. The next thing I got right. Steel Wool is using Ruin to course correct, and they're going to lean into the Mimic aspect. Boom, I was right on the money with this one. That's exactly what they did. Afton no longer exists. It was only the Mimic. And now, let's dive into it. Let's start off with the hard stuff. Mexes. Mexes probably stands for Mimic X Word Eradication System. Something like that. Mexis is the security protocol. That blue bunny rabbit, not Glitch Trap, it's the security. Cassie is the antagonist. She is actively breaching the security to free the Mimic. The rabbit is only trying to help. It's only trying to protect the Pizzaplex. Mexis is the AI that's controlling the whole thing. I've always said that the animatronics weren't evil in Security Breach. They were just doing their jobs. Next topic, the Mimic. The Mimic is old and has been trapped in the Pizzaplex for a long time, or at least according to Gregory. We don't know much about it, but we do know that it was watching our every move in Security Breach and in Ruin. Next, Sun and Moon. They are confirmed to be the same person, and together they are called Eclipse. The duality between Sun and Moon to me represents the struggle for power in the Pizzaplex between Charlie and Elizabeth. So we all know the strong correlations with Charlie and the Pizzaplex, and it is only strengthened in Ruin, but what also emerges is the presence of Elizabeth Afton. In one room, there is a bunch of baby plushies that stay when you look at them, but then disappear when you look away. There is a chair in the corner of the room and a bunch of tally marks, almost as if she was in timeout. The mystery around Baby grows with the plushies, the golden baby plushie simply saying discontinued, and the normal plush baby entry saying, what's she doing here? Baby has found her way into the Pizzaplex, but is fighting Charlie for control. Next up, Glamrock Freddy. The Freddy that we see in Ruin is not the same Freddy from Security Breach. This new Freddy has the word prototype on his foot and has a present in his stomach hatch. The first thing we do as Gregory is take the present from Freddy's hatch, so how would it be there now? Also, Freddy's foot did not say prototype in Security Breach. Now, having said that, there is also a lot of evidence pointing towards it being our Freddy. The body is found in Fazerblast, which is where he lies in both Vanny endings, which further confirms that one of those endings is true. Also, he is missing his head. In the good ending, you take off Freddy's head and take him with you and Vanessa when you leave the Pizzaplex. This would further confirm that the good ending is canon. So I really don't know. There is evidence for both. I literally just finished the game, so I'll have better theories later, but I feel pretty good with the ideas that I have now. But I mean, I don't have to be right about everything. It's just a theory, right? A game theory!